Are you living defensively? Are you waiting for things to happen to you? Or are you just closed off in a way where it's like being defensive, you know, in the idea that you are waiting for things to happen, you are reacting, and you are just reacting to people, circumstances, and life itself, just taking whatever life throws at you. Because in that, it's like, when will you be proactive? When will you go on the offense? Instead of just being at the hands of others' life and objectives and things like that, it's like, when will you set your own? When will you take the life at your hands, your own life, and just move forward? Because if you are on the defensive, right, it's like you are constantly anxious. You are constantly looking over your shoulder. You're like what's happening here, what's happening there. And it's like you never truly look at yourself and where you are going, or why you were doing what you were doing. And in my life, it was like I was a very emotional person, in a way where it's like I would react fast. And this is in terms of people. So it's like they would say something to intentionally just make me feel something, and I'd react. I just snap. Just whether it was just, getting me riled up in a way. And I was just constantly reacting. And, it took a level of realization where it was like, yo, I don't want to act like that. I don't want to be at the hands of other people, or at the will of how other people want me to feel. I don't. And it was like, it was a change. It was time. It took time to be able to just react how I wanted to, to reflect on what do I want to do when they say that. And it's like, even with life, you get circumstances thrown in your face, whether it may be you get fired from your job, you get kicked off your team, you're failing at a class or something. It's like, how do you react to that? Like, or not even react to it. What will you do about it? What will you do about it? Will you grab the bull by its horns and just confront it? Confront it. Because you can lose your job, and in that same moment, you can just panic. You can start freaking out. You can be like, what is going to happen? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And you are constantly overthinking and thinking of things that are irrelevant if you were just, let's say, go and look for a job at that very instant. And, it came to me from a video, right? I was just working today. This is a new video, and it's like, I was listening, and they just said, are you living life defensively? And I'm like, wow. That is a deep idea in itself. And I don't know if I already said it, but like, please excuse me. It's like my throat. It's kind of giving out. So please excuse me for that, as it's like, it's just a sore throat, I guess you can say. That's really what it is. But it's like, I wanted to make this video, so hopefully that just doesn't disturb anything, guys. I hope it doesn't disturb you in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, think of it also, it's like, back to like the whole topic, the whole discussion itself, playing defensively. Think of it like, you are playing it safe. You are playing it safe when you're playing defensively, because you are waiting for just things to happen and just kind of even everything out. You are playing it safe. Because on the other side, playing offensively, you're taking the risk. You're putting yourself out there. You're challenging yourself and challenging everything around you. And that can be risky, because it's like, yo, you don't want to, a lot of people just want to be comfortable. I've wanted to be comfortable before in many aspects of my life, whether it was jobs. I would stay at a job, right? Even now, it's like, although I like the job, but I'd stay at a job for longer than I wanted to, just because it was comfortable. It was what I knew, it was okay with me, and I wasn't really just happy with it. It was like I wanted to change, but I was too scared to. I didn't want to. I didn't know what would come out of that, or I didn't know if I wanted what came with it, you know. And it was like the whole idea of safety is kind of like an illusion if you think about it, because it's like, is it really safe? So it's like the whole idea of safety is an illusion. Like, nothing is truly safe, nothing is really secure, because you could lose that job you have now, you can fall out with the friend group you have now, you know. And it's like nothing will last forever, in a way where it's like, even like, if there is a chance for it to fall apart or just whatever, because even think driving a car, there's risk. Everything has risk. Boarding a plane has a risk, you know. Going to the store, there's a risk. You could get robbed, you know. The craziest thing could happen. And it's like, nothing is truly safe. That shouldn't make you be scared. That shouldn't. That should just make you realize, what risk am I willing to take, you know. So a lot of it is just, you know, it's there, but it's like, you don't mind it. So it's like, choose what you are willing to risk. Choose your risk. Choose the battles. Because, you know, now it's like, with that being said, you know, choose your risk. It's like, now, what do you want? What do you want? What do you desire? Ask yourself. That is something deep that you have to ask yourself. Ask yourself why. What are you motivated by? You know, what is the reason? What is your intention? And how will you go about it? What will you do about it? Where do you see yourself progressing in that? Take risks. That's really what it is. Everything is a risk. Everything is a risk. So look, the same way, you know, I make, like, even this, look, the same way I'm making these videos, there's a risk of me blowing up. There's a risk of me not blowing up. It's okay. I'm willing to take whatever comes with it. You know, everything has a risk. I am in this car. And I don't even want to put that negative thought out there, but you know what can come with driving a car. You know what can come with eating bad. You know what comes with eating chips. You know what comes with, you know, eating cake, cupcakes, cookies, soda. You know what comes with it, you know. But it's all about, what are you willing to take. You know, you can say, okay, I can eat this cookie every once in a while, because that's just a risk I'm willing to take. And you're planning to be healthier, so it's like, okay, once every week, whatever. And it's like, you know what happens if you eat 24 cookies a day? And I'm just exaggerating, just to kind of spread the point across. You know what happens, you know, especially when you are trying to be healthy, trying to be, you know, conscious of your body and what you consume. It's like, you can't do that. You literally cannot do that. So it's like, bet on yourself. So with that being said, it's like, bet on yourself, because who else would you rather bet on? When you are able to make your own choices, be conscious of your choices, and go for what you want, it's like, who else would you rather bet on? As it's like, you know your own actions and intentions. So no, in that, it's like, if you are willing to put everything in, you know, and do what you have to do what you want to do for the grand scheme of your own life, it's like, bet on yourself, you know. All chips forward, all chips to the side, like, bet on yourself. And that can be tough for people who don't trust themselves. So build trust with yourself, whether it's doing small actions, you know, and appreciating the fact that you did them. Whether it's like, okay, I want to brush my teeth in the morning, you know, I want to read 10 pages of a book, I want to exercise for 25 minutes, I want to do 100 sit-ups, I want to practice my ball handling skills, whatever it may be. It's like, appreciate the fact that you're going for it, as you become the kind of person who will do those things, you know. And you start to build this sort of self-trust where it's like, okay, I set myself up to do this. I want to do this. I'm gonna do it regardless of what anyone says, you know, what anyone thinks of me. I'm gonna do it. That's the whole point, honestly. You know, bet on yourself. Because it's like, if you are playing defensively, you are living life defensively. It's like, when will you score? When will you truly score? When will you be able to just take everything in your own hands and just run with it? You know, when will you become, you know, the captain of your life? When will you do that? And it is a realization I believe everyone should want, you know, instead of just waiting for things to happen to you, instead of waiting for life to just kind of pass by. It's like, you want to just live life according to how you want, to your own standard, to your own vision. You know, have a vision for yourself, because when you have a vision, it's like, you know what is the direction you want to go, you know where it is you want to be and who you want to become. So with that, it's like, once you have the plan, the vision, you know, you set out for yourself, it's like, go for it. Bet on yourself. Do what you want to do. And that's the simplest thing. And it's like, have trust that you will do it. Just the fact that you even started, that's amazing. That's the whole point. The result does not matter. It's the fact that you are doing it. Because if you are doing it, that means at first you may not be good, but over time you constantly do it. It's a cycle of repetition of just constantly doing that same habit. It's like, what do you expect to happen? You get better. And over the mistakes, over the resilience you build up for yourself, over the tough moments, you start to realize, like, hey, looking back, I have came so far in whatever aspect, avenue of life it is, you know. And it's really just bet on yourself and take calculated risks. Like, know what you are getting yourself into. Know what you want and why you want it. You know, the reason for doing it. Take the risk and really just go for it. Go for it. And with that being said, I just kind of wanted to end it off there. Because it's like, I want you, sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth from my throat, but I want you to just be able to live life how you want it to. Now, I can't remember the specific philosopher who talked about that. I can't remember, it was a long time ago, but he was talking about the idea of living and how we should live, and how, you know, it's in accordance to what we want, what do we value. And that was deep. If I can remember what the philosopher was, I'll share it, but I don't remember, as it was so long ago. And he was talking about, you know, live life to what you value, you know. What do you value? What is it that makes you happy, fulfilled? You know, instead of this short-term satisfaction, it's like, what makes you fulfilled? And for some people, it's like they value money so much, but it's like they kind of feel drained by what they're doing by it. But I mean, being honest, it's like, money is important in this life, this physical world or whatever, because we can do so much with it. So I'm not saying don't have no money, because it's like, at this point it's a necessity. But I'm just saying, you know, after all said and done, you know, do what you love. Find it is what you love. You know, dreamers turning dreams into reality. Love you.